Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Here are today's headlines. The supervision delegation of the National Assembly came to inspect the Châu Đốc Cần Thơ Sóc Trăng expressway project. A conference to discuss and give opinions on draft report summarizing party building work. Cần Thơ City received the mayor and the delegation of Wernigerode City, Germany. Top news today. The National Assembly Supervision Delegation recently came to survey the Châu Đốc Cần Thơ Sóc Trăng Expressway Construction Investment Project, Phase Number 1, Component Project 2, section through Cần Thơ City. So far, the project has finished producing technical designs and estimates, as well as planning, executing, verifying, evaluating, and finishing the evaluation of technical designs and estimates. Unfortunately, there are still a lot of obstacles in the way of this project passing through Cần Thơ City. These includes a lack of sources for sand, issues with medium voltage power lines, and the fact that some homes in the Vĩnh Thành and Thời districts have not yet agreed to the compensation plan, which prevents the premises from being turned over. The delegation kept track of the accomplishments, acknowledged the challenges and suggestions from pertinent parties, and proceeded to compile views to collaborate with the City People's Committee on the execution of the National Assembly's resolution on fiscal and monetary policies to support the program for socio-economic recovery and development, as well as several significant national initiatives through the end of 2023. On March 8 afternoon, the organizing committee of Cần Thơ City Party Committee held a conference to discuss and give opinions on the draft report summarizing the 5-year party building work from 2021 to 2025 and summarizing 15 years of implementing the party charter 2011-2025. The delegates discussed and offered a wide range of viewpoints to the summary report on the party charter subcommittee's proposed implementation, which included the following topics: regulating the age of party membership and election regulations within the party, establishing party organizations in locations with distinctive features, inspecting, supervising, and enforcing party discipline, and rewarding and disciplining the party. The Cần Thơ City Party Committee's proposed party charters and its accompanying central regulations and instructions were also added to, modified, and proposed by the delegates. Many delegates asked for an updated and comprehensive summary of the outcomes, benefits, drawbacks, and lessons discovered during the previous 5 years of party building activities in the city. Based on this, suggest ways to get around obstacles and flaws to make progress in party building efforts in upcoming term. On March 8, the emulation cluster of 5 central run cities held a conference to summarize 2023 and sign an emulation contract for 2024 in Hải Phòng City. According to the results for 2023, Hanoi City is in the lead, followed by Hải Phòng City in second place, Cần Thơ City, Đà Nẵng City, and Ho Chi Minh City in that order. To make the patriotic emulation movement more significant and successful in 2024, the units will keep pushing it forward, invent new ways to emulate, and offer rewards for doing so. This will create a pervasive force that will help with the accomplishments of social-economic development projects. At the conference, leaders of the 5 central run cities signed an emulation contract in 2024. Hải Phòng City handed over the task of head up the emulation cluster of 5 central run cities in 2024 to Cần Thơ City. On March 8 afternoon, the standing vice chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, Mr. Chương, had a meeting and worked with the mayor and delegation of Wernigerode City of Germany. Representatives from the cities of Cần Thơ and Wernigerode talked about developing green tourism at the meeting. The complex network of rivers in Cần Thơ has produced special tourism products for the area, according to city officials. Specifically, Wernigerode is a historic city that shares a bond with Hội An City in Quảng Nam province. The leaders of the two cities are likewise concerned about how to adapt to climate change. At the same time, Mr. Dương Tấn Hiển aspired to acquire Wernigerode experience sharing for Cần Thơ to more effectively develop sustainable tourism in the future. On March 8th afternoon, the office of the People's Committee of Cần Thơ City organized a meeting to celebrate International Women's Day. Mr. Dương Tấn Hiển, standing vice chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, attended and delivered a congratulatory speech. Mr. Dương Tấn Hiển sent to the officials, civil servants, public employees, and female workers of the office congratulations on International Women's Day. He underlined that the office's professional operations are becoming more and more inventive, creative, high caliber, and effective with time. The above results have a significant contribution from a team of more than 40 female employees. He also wished for women to uphold the honorable customs and attributes of Vietnamese women in the future as they fulfill their responsibilities and tend to their families. The Ministry of Information and Communications has just issued a plan to organize the third Vietnam Book and Reading Culture Day 2024, including a series of activities from April 15th to May 1st. The plan calls for the third Vietnam Book and Reading Culture Day, Welcome Book Festival, to be held in Hanoi City from April 17 to April 21st. The Ministry of Information and Communications will preside over the event and work in coordination with the Central Propaganda Department, the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the Vietnam Publishing Association, and the Hanoi People's Committee, to show their appreciation for its patrons, publishers, printing companies, and distribution companies proactively plan book fairs, book weeks, and important book release months to introduce, market, and donate books to underprivileged groups. Units simultaneously set up online distribution channels and integrate them with technological platforms, social networks, and e-commerce platforms. Kite flying, a folk game and cultural beauty associated with many generations of Vietnamese. In Cần Thơ City, on these days every afternoon, it's easy to see hundreds of colorful kites waving, creating a brilliant space in the sky of Tây Đô. At the kite flying ground in Area 586 of Phú Thứ Ward, there is an old couple who have been attached to kites for nearly 20 years. A quiet work, but it contributes to preserving the beauty of this unique traditional folklore.
For nearly 20 years, every kite season, Mr. Đức has been busy with hundreds of new kites. In a hot sun around 2 p.m., at a kite flying ground in Area 586 Phú Thứ Ward, getting over the street, Mr. Đức and his wife quickly display and hand colorful kites, waiting for people to buy. Usually he works as a mason, and in this kite season, he comes out here to stick with this familiar job.
Seeing kids having fun, I have been attached to selling kites until now. I'm the first seller here. Seeing that kites could be sold, people around here also sold kites like me to make a living. I choose kites from good brands, choose a kite that can maintain balance. I have a lot of customers.
Every year he updates new models, looking for unique and stretched kites to meet customers' taste. Dragon is the symbol of this year, so dragon-shaped kites are chosen by many people. Each season he sells over 700 kites of old kites, with prices ranging from a few tens of thousands to several hundred thousand Vietnam dong. He earns an income of several tens of millions of Vietnam dong. Around this area, there are more than a dozen kite sellers, but the one who is the oldest and has been selling for the longest time is Mr. Đức. I find it very bustling and crowded here. People sell very diverse kites, but sellers suffer hardship because of the intense sunshine.
The price of kites is affordable to people.
For nearly 20 years of working with kites, people here are familiar with the image of an over 60-year-old man taking care of each kite. He understands the temperament of each type of kite to advise customers. For him, selling kites is not only a job to earn extra income to cover his life, but also contributes to preserving the beauty of traditional folklore, sending good wishes to each kite flying high in the colorful sky.
Coming up next is the weather forecast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.